What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It feels good to be back doing what I love to do. We're gonna get straight into it. Clipper all the way closed. We're gonna make this ball line and we're gonna take this halfway and we'll repeat it on the other side and we'll connect the two line in the back of the head. The reason why we do this is to help prevent lopsided ball lines. Today I'll be using the Wahl's magic clips, the Wahl SideKick, and the Philips Norelco as the shaver. I'll post a link in the description if you guys are curious to try it out for yourself. When you're balding out the bottom half of the head, open up the clipper a slight bit so you don't nick the client. The reason why I like using the Philips Norelco is because it's smooth, it glides on the skin, it doesn't pull the hair, it's quiet, and it doesn't leave bald lines. Check it out for yourself. And now we're back with the clipper all the way closed, and we'll fade this up about 1/4 of an inch, and we'll take it from the left side to the right side. And then we'll open up the clipper about 1/4 of the way, and we'll repeat this back and forth until we're fully open. And then after that, you want to brush down your client to see if you left any dark spots that you need to touch up on. And then move on to the half guard, the 1 guard, the 1.5 guard, and the 2 guard if needed. As barbers, one thing that we should try to work on and improve is our conversational skills, because we're dealing with young clients, we're dealing with elderly clients, we're dealing with blue collar client, and we're dealing with white collar client. Now we don't need to know everything, but we should know a little bit about everything so that we can find some type of commonality so that we can have a good conversation. Now good conversations require good listening skills and asking the right question. That's the secret. Asking the right question, because it's not about what we think, it's about what they think. So let them talk. Let them talk, y'all. One book I recommend for all of us is by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Trust me, you can't go wrong. You won't lose. Get the book, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Get the audio book, listen to it. I listen to it time after time, and every single time I learn something new that applies to my personal life and to my working life. Get the book, y'all. Alright, so right now I'm working on the 1 guard and I'm fully open, and I'm gonna flick out. The higher up you go, the more you want to flick out, because you want to start to blend this out. Alright, now I moved on to the 1.5 guard, and again you want to flick out, dig deep, flick out. Alright, because you have a little bit of room left to complete the blend. One thing I like you guys to notice is my left hand. What I'm doing is I'm holding my client in place, because if my left hand wasn't there to hold him, his head will be rocking from side to side and moving back and forth, and it'll be really uncomfortable for him. So keep him in place, y'all. Right now I'm just combing out the beard before I start the blend. And the beard blend is pretty much the same as fading the hair. You're just working down. Right here the clipper is all the way closed, and I'm using just the corner of the clipper so that I have more control over what I'm doing. And I'm probably working down about 1/4 of an inch, and then I'll open up the lever about 1/4 of the way, and I'll move it down again about another 1/4 of an inch, and I'll keep repeating this until I'm fully open with the clipper. It's pretty much the same technique as if I were to fade the haircut. And then I move on to the half guard, and it's the same technique, all the way closed, work it down, open it, keep doing that until I'm fully open. Use just the corner of the clipper so that you have more control over what you're doing. When you're doing detail work, use the corner of the clipper as if it was a pencil, so you have more control over what you're doing. And now I've moved on to the 1 guard, and again it's the same technique. Comb out the beard when you need to so you can see exactly what you're working with. And after you do this, go ahead and move on to the other side, and again it's the same technique. Be sure to check back to the other side so that you can gauge your fade, so that both fade on the beard is at the same level. You don't want one side of the beard to be higher than the other. And now right now what I'm doing is I'm combing out all the hair forward so that I can get ready to do the lineup. And for the lineup I'll be using the Wahl SideKick. Always set your starting point right in the middle, and from there go towards the side that's up higher. Set that line in first before you come back and do the other side. Stay face to face with the client, and the only thing moving is the cutting hand. When you're doing the side of the lineup, make sure you angle your clipper out and away from the ears. You don't want to take that line straight down, and you definitely don't want to take it back. Again, on the other side, I start right back in the middle, right at the starting point, and I'm standing face to face with the client so that I always have the other side in my vision, so that I have something to compare it to. Start right in the middle, and the only thing moving is your cutting hand. Again, comb out the hair. Angle the clipper out and away from the ears. You see the angle that is angled out at. Never straight down, and worse, never back. Out and away from the ears. Right here, I'm just checking to see if the lineup is level with each other. Alright, do your touch-up work. Make sure you get this line sharp. The client also asked to have a little side part. So before I did that, I'm just combing all the long hair to one side just to separate it, just to part it. With the part, you want to put in a rough draft of the line before you go back and thoroughly cut everything that needs to be cut. Make sure you get the top of the line crispy, sharp, and straight, and then you also want to focus on the bottom part of the line. And to do that, you just turn your clipper upside down and get the bottom line like that. Alright. Yeah, get the top line and the bottom line. That's how you make your part look fresh. And here, what I'm doing is I'm lining up the beard, and you want to just follow his natural line. Right here, I'm tracing the upper part of his lip, the little V right underneath his nose, and then I'm doing the side of the lip. Be gentle, because these clippers will cut if you angle it wrong. And then to get the top of the mustache, you want to turn your clipper upside down like this. And for the beard, make sure you get the back line right here. Try to keep it natural, follow his natural line. Don't push in too far right here. Keep the beard line natural so that you can have a full beard. And to do the top of the line, you turn your clipper upside down like this. These clippers are very sharp and very crispy. Make sure you don't have a heavy hand. I replaced the blade with the TY blade. Alright. Okay, so to make sure that both sides of the beard is level, I'm face to face with the client, and I'm measuring, and I'm setting in a little starting point, so I know where to start. Right there. Alright. And be sure to check back and forth on the other side so that you can have the beard lined up at the same width. After that, you want to get the neckline. Usually it depends from client to client, but this client wants to have the bottom line right at the jaw. So I'll do one side, and I'll cut the other side, and I'll meet it right underneath the chin. Alright, so now I'm on to the lineup. Remember to stretch the skin. Wherever the razor is, you want to have your thumb stretch out the skin right where the razor is at. And the razor will make your lineup pop out 10 times more. So learn to use the razor, y'all. The job of the detailer, the job of the trimmer is just to set in a rough draft of the line, and the razor is to clean everything up. Stretch the skin, keep it tight. Here I'm asking the client to blow out. Wherever it's hard for you to cut, ask your client to help you out. It was difficult for me to get that spot right there because of the shape of his jaw, so I'm just asking him to blow out. There it is, you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Check me out on Instagram at ContourCon. See all my other work. If you have questions, you can DM me there, ask me questions, and I will answer them. Thank you to everybody that leave positive comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.